False evidence appearing real. That's all that fear is. Now we get to talk about 3 simple yet very effective exercises. Practices specifically, they're called practices. I call them practices. Is in order for you to really understand that you have absolutely nothing to be afraid of. Absolutely nothing to be afraid of. So the first one actually comes from my home. It comes from back home, and it does have root in science as well. It has ancient roots. However, it has been proven to work very effectively. And it's called, what's the worst that could happen? Get a piece of paper and write out what you are afraid of. Let's say you're afraid of losing your money. Let's say you're afraid of losing your family. Let's say you're afraid of losing your life. So write that out. What would happen? What's the worst that would happen? What's the worst way to go? What's the worst way to lose your family, to lose your money? And could you recover? Could you recover if you lost everything? Could you recover if you lost your whole family? Could you recover potentially even if you lost on this plane of existence? Could it reset your energy for the next evolution? Heck yes! Heck yes! Of course, and this is the game that we used to play as kids back in Siberia. What's the worst that could happen? Well, you know what? I'm gonna climb this tree. What's the worst that could happen? Well, you could either fall, break the leg, worst case, die. Then somebody has to tell the parents. Not it. What's the worst that can happen? I know I still play it with my Russian friends. Recently, during some of the hurricanes in Florida, one of my friends that was literally in the path of the storm, him and I were playing, what's the worst that could happen? And he said, well, you know, based on historic records and based on the wind speeds and this, what's the worst that could happen? And he was actually sending me videos during the storm. Crazy Russian. So what's the worst that can happen? Very powerful. Because you can realize that even if everything collapses, you can rebuild. Even if you lose everything, even if you lose everything material, you can rebuild. Even if you lose everything familial, you still have your health. You still have yourself. What's the worst that can happen? And then sometimes you realize, and by going so deep into the fear, your fear will fade. Your fear will disappear because you're going deep into it. And when you go deep into something, it disappears. Your fear will fade. Gone. Because what's the worst that can happen? This one's a little bit more interesting. It's called disappear the fear. All right? Disappear the fear. And now we are actually going to go ahead and go through a specific hypnotic induction where you're going to walk yourself through the moments and the things that you fear, and you're going to make them small, make them black and white, put them on a black and white television, turn down the volume, become the spectator, and then become the spectator watching the spectator. So you are so removed, then you are actually able to completely walk away, and that fear disappears. Disappear the fear. This one's really cool. So that is the specific process. And now let's walk through the induction. Close your eyes. Go ahead and close them. Close them. Close them. Close them. Relax. Take a deep breath through your nose, out through your mouth. And relax a little bit deeper. You're going to walk up to a staircase. And you're going to see a staircase leading into the darkness. Just 10 stairs. And in that darkness, it feels so comfortable and so soft. You can see and feel that it's pulling you there. And right now, you are completely awake at the top of the stairs, feeling 100%. just completely awake, feeling great, feeling perfect. And with each step, you're gonna feel 10% less awake and 10% more connected to your subconscious, 10% more aware. And now take that first step, and with each breath and each step, you're gonna take another 10% and you're gonna sink deeper and deeper into relaxation. Go ahead and take another step down, another deep breath. And now you're going deeper and deeper, already 80% aware, 20% connected to your subconscious. And now with your next step, you're connecting even deeper and deeper, deeper and deeper into your subconscious. And take that next step, you're 6 steps away from just being fully connected. And your next step, you're halfway connected, 50% there. And you feel very relaxed in your mind, very relaxed in your body. And keep going. You're now on the other side of relaxation. You're really connecting with your subconscious mind. You're almost fully there, fully rest, fully at peace. 20% to go. Just 2 more steps. And with the next step, you are fully asleep, fully unconscious. And of course, you're still completely present. Of course, you are still completely present and aware. And yet you are connected with your subconscious. You are connected with the beyond. And whatever it is that you are now afraid of, bring up that picture in your mind's eye. Bring it up. Whatever it is that you're afraid of, feel it fully. Bring it up there. You might start having little reactions. And this is when you stay with it. You stay with it, but you start putting it a little further back from yourself, a little further back. And as the picture moves back, it starts to become a little bit less bright, a little bit less vivid. It becomes a little bit more dark, a little bit more black and white. As it moves further and further away, you just put it on a screen, put it on a phone, put it on a television screen, and poof, you just completely reduce the contrast, and now it's completely black and white. And now you can turn down the volume. Turn down the volume of whatever it was that you're afraid of. Just turn it down completely and go ahead and mute it. It's completely muted. Now as you watch the screen, without sound, and it's completely black and white, you notice that the feeling that was there before is not really there anymore. You notice that you're feeling a little bit lighter, a little bit more peaceful, a little bit more detached, like the fear is fading. And now you watch yourself and you feel yourself literally drift out of your own skin, and now you are floating above yourself, watching yourself watch the screen. And at first it's a weird feeling, but then it becomes very familiar. You realize that you are truly free. You are not that person watching the screen. You are the soul floating above everything, connected to the infinite consciousness, connected to the source. And you are safe. You are peaceful. You are happy. You are wealthy. You are love. You are peace. You are light. In this moment, you are omnipotent. Everything fades, the fear fades, and you, omnipotent self, drift into the light. You drift into the light. And here, all of your fears are gone. Everything has now disappeared. You are free and peaceful, completely peaceful and free. Free and peaceful, peaceful and free. And now you get to move forward into a completely new self, because the past fears have completely disappeared. You get to slowly drift down into the soft, comfortable darkness where you reside. All of the fears are gone. You are completely healthy, completely peaceful, completely in the now, fully wealthy, fully healthy, fully peaceful, completely here, complete. And now you start slowly walking up the staircase, and with each step you're becoming 10% more aware, 10% more awake. Take that first step. You're slowly starting to become more conscious of the physical world, slowly becoming more conscious with the second step. Your breaths become a little bit more aware with the third step. You are now able to move a little bit with the fourth step. Wiggle your toes, wiggle your fingertips, become more and more aware. With your fifth step, about halfway there, becoming more aware of the light, more aware of the sounds. With the sixth step, you're waking awake, waking up, becoming more and more conscious, yet still connected to the body, still feeling that deep inner peace that you have. You have that deep inner peace within, no matter what. And with the seventh step, you are almost there, almost awake. With the eighth step, start slowly moving your body a little more. With the ninth step, you are opening your eyes slowly, slowly. With the 10th step, you're fully awake, fully conscious, fully present, awake, healthy, wealthy, peaceful, healthy, wealthy, peaceful, healthy, wealthy, peaceful. Thank you, 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 thank you for sharing this with me, for being here. That is how you do a simple hypnotic induction called Disappear the Fear. This one is incredible. Burn the fear. Burn it. So this one, you write it out on a piece of paper and you literally set flame to it. And you watch it burn. You watch the smoke go up in flame. All your fears go up in flame. You watch the little ashes crystallize and the little embers just kind of burn and ash away. And you literally burn your fear away. Just burn it. Burn it out. Write it out and burn it. And you don't have to go into the woods to make a big fire or go to the beach. You can burn it on your stove. Burn it. Just turn on the fan. Turn on the fan. Don't burn the house, okay? Be safe, people. Be safe, all right? Don't burn yourself or hurt yourself while burning. Make sure you stay safe, but you burn the fear. And this one can be very, very powerful because as soon as you burn the fear, you anchor that feeling. You anchor that connection, that feeling. You anchor that feeling with the mind and the body, right? You anchor it. However you want to anchor it, you have your peace and you anchor your peace. So you burn the fear, anchor the peace. Burn the fear, anchor the peace. When you're in peace, anchor it. Burn the fear and then anchor peace. This is huge. Anchor peace. Because you want to make sure you replace it with something good. You don't want to make it empty. Burn the fear, anchor peace. Burn the fear and anchor the peace. Boom. Right here. Burn the fear, anchor the peace. If we call it 1, 2, and 3, it's a great triad, trifecta to honestly remove any fear. Gone. Gone, gone, gone. And it can also be very empowering. When you burn the fear, it can be very empowering. When you disappear, the fear can be very empowering. And of course, it can be very empowering to just run through what's the worst, because you realize you have nothing to really be afraid of, and you can win and survive anything. Even the craziest things can become lessons and stories. They can become great stories. Like me blowing my fingers off, or me getting my boat stolen. They can all be great stories. Rest, meditate, and let's get back at it. Thank you again. This is Russ Nikita. Let's get it. Let's go.